and welcome to Software Skills for Finance. And we've got a great session lined up for you today with some very talented and knowledgeable presenters. We'll kick off the session with Megan on what Software Skills Network is, and Megan will also be giving you a glimpse of our all-new website. She will then take you through the Teams platform, and then one by one we'll be taking each software, and our skilled educators will be taking you through these. So by the end of these sessions, we hope that you'll be well equipped to either start or continue your software learning journey. So what are the 4 pieces of software? Well, we've got Excel, SQL, Power BI, and Power Automate. And today we'll be looking at what the art of the possible is when you have a good grasp of what these softwares can do. I've related this before, but when I think back to the early days of my career, when I was doing my accountancy training, whilst it was essential, I had a good grip on accounting standards and was able to debit and credit, and no facetious comments, please, if there's any chartered accountants in the audience. It quickly became apparent to me that to do the job to the best of my ability, I needed a strong grasp on the software tools that were available. So our aim today is to give you the confidence and some knowledge on how these 4 pieces of software can save you processing time on your day job and support our quest as a One NHS finance community in doing things smarter, quicker, and giving us more capacity and ability to drive value for our NHS. If any of you were at the HFMA conference in December, you'll have heard Julian Kelly saying, we need to use technology to help us improve productivity and efficiency. So that's our opportunity here. At future sessions, we hope to focus further on streamlining and automation opportunities and look at the power of what these software can achieve together and not just individually. So for now, that's probably it from me. And I'm going to hand over to Megan from One NHS Finance, who is very much the architect of what she will show you now. So thank you, Megan, and over to you.
Thanks, Jason. So some of you may have already been part of the network for a little while, and some of you may have just joined us. So we're just going to start from the beginning. As Jason mentioned, we've made a few changes to the network and the website. So I'll walk you through everything just so that you can understand exactly what the network's all about, how to navigate the pages, and just how to get the most out of it. So Software Skills as a whole is basically an online network with the aims, like Jason said, to just educate you guys with the skills to use those softwares effectively in your day-to-day roles. So the way we do this is through an online MS Teams platform, and through there you can access a wealth of resources, your fellow network members, so ask questions, share ideas, but you can also access your finance educators who you'll meet later on today, and they'll teach you a bit more about the technical side of the softwares. So this network is basically, you're going to get as much out of the network as you put in. So all the information is available to you, but it's mainly about taking the time to learn it yourselves, and just take advantage of the support that's going to be there from the educators and everything that we're putting into those MS Teams channels. So that's just a quick overview of the network itself, and I will share my screen now and we can go through the new website. So this is our One NHS Finance website, and to get to the page I'm on now, you just need to click Networks and come down here to Software Skills. So, and then that'll bring you to this page. So you've got an overview of what I just briefly went through, what the network is, and what you can get from the MS Teams platform. If you haven't signed up yet already, this is where you'd want to go to, and when you fill in this form, you're automatically going to get added to the MS Teams platform, which I will show you later on today. And you will also, your ONF profile will also get a small badge that signifies you being part of this network. And as you go through the stages of the network, which I'll go through later, you'll get recognition through your ONF account. So going down this page, you'll then be able to see what events we have coming up. So the possible, that's the one we're on today. We're looking at the moment to run this once a year, but there are discussions of doing this event twice a year so that we can get more people involved with the network. And as you know, this is sort of just an overview of what you can gain from getting involved. And we will then be looking to run focus sessions. We're hoping to have the educators to run a session 6 months after this one, either just on a focused area of their software, or if something has developed within that software, a bit of a recap of what's different and how you can then implement that. As the network grows, the hope is that people who have gone through the process and then educated themselves can then start running showcase sessions. And all of that will be recorded and saved onto the platform as a resource. So if you can't attend any of those sessions, you will always be able to access it and use it. So if the event that's coming up will always be on this page to book your place, but if it's one of the ones later in the year, there's a link here to take you back to our events page so you can have a look at what else is on offer. So as you come down, this section here tells you all about how you can contribute to this network and gain recognition. So by just signing up or being here today, we would classify you guys as software engaged. So you're interested in learning more. If once you've gone through the process and you've learned the software, you've managed to implement it into your organization or use it, we would say that you are software educated. But in order for us to know that you have done that, because like I said earlier, it's self work, a way that you do on your own. We ask that you could either write a blog of your insights and experiences, develop a resource, something that you think may help others to learn the software, or create a case study which showcases your whole journey and how you implemented it. So if you were to submit this, we can then update your ONF profile to level 2. And I'm also in the process getting this CPD accredited. So by coming to this event, you'll get CPD hours, but hopefully if it gets signed off, that you will also be able to be CPD accredited 1 or 2 hours for submitting a resource, which is really good. That can go to your professional development. And then the next step would be to become a software educator. So it's kind of in the title. This is when you start sharing your knowledge with others. So that would be through the showcase sessions I mentioned earlier, through being active on the MS Teams channel, which we'll go through in the next session, or taking the next step and actually getting involved with the leads of this network. So that would mean doing a bit of teaching on sessions like this, or coming on to these meetings to help shape the network. So there's lots of ways that you can sort of get more involved and give back to the network should you be interested in that. So if you get through all of this and you still want to learn more, there is a page for each of our softwares that we've got at the moment. They're all set up really similar. So I'm just going to go into SQL at the moment. And it just goes into a bit more detail about why would you want to learn about SQL? How is that going to benefit you? So you can have a read through that. And then again, a button to sign you up to the network there. So that is everything for the website side of session. Okay, so can everyone see my Teams screen? Oh no, wrong screen. Sorry, let me just move it over. Here we go. Okay, so when you guys sign up, if you haven't already, you'll get access to this software skills team on our ONF Teams. You won't see all of these because I'm just members of all of them, so ignore all the other ones. On this general channel, you'll just be able to access an ongoing chat. You can see here people have been posting and commenting back to each other. And then also the recording from today about the changes to the website and things will be saved in here, so you can refer back to it at any point. And at the top here, any feedbacks and suggestions you have for the network, it would be really great if you could share those with us. And then you can see here, there's the 4 channels for each of the different softwares. So in there, this is where you get access to your educators. So any questions you have, feel free to post them in here. It's like an ongoing Q&A. And then there's the files section. So in here we've got the videos from last year's events. The video from this afternoon will get put into the correct channels, and also any documents, recordings, resources, everything gets saved here. So it's all in one place. And I just wanted to quickly show you guys that, because I think there has been a bit of confusion about how the network works in the past and where you can access everything. So it's just all there for you. So that's everything from me on that one.
Thanks, Meg. Just a quick question from me then. So just thinking about the website and then the Teams channels, just trying to sort of think about how the two link and help people with this. So can you describe how you would, I suppose, just a few examples of why you would access and use the website? And I know you've just given us an example of that, but why would you use the website and why would you use Teams, and what's better of each one, if that makes sense?
So I think the website is more for people who are interested in getting involved with the network. So it's where you can understand what it's all about, what you can gain from signing up, and then also the event dates. But once you're signed up, you're primarily going to be using the MS Teams platform. That's where all the information is, and your access to learning. It's all going to sit on the Teams channel. So that's what I'd say the difference is. So if you think this is interesting and want to share it with colleagues, I direct them to the website so they can read through it themselves, get a bit of an understanding, and then sign up to the website. So there's a question in the chat about how you join the platform. You join it by signing up to the network through the website. So the sign up form I showed you on the main landing page of the Software Skills network. I'll just share my screen again to show you. So if you're on here, if you scroll down this button here, sign up here, when you fill in this form, so just make sure your email address is correct. Otherwise you won't get access because it just won't work. And your region, as soon as you submit that, you get access to the MS Teams platform, and your account will also show, as mentioned on here, that you are a Software Skill member. So I'll just scroll down to the map if anyone's seen this before. On here is where you can see who across the whole country is engaged with our different networks. If I look in Airedale, for example, of course they don't have one. Here you go. So Chris McNally here, he's got this Software Skills badge. So when you do that sign up, you get the badge and you're on the MS Teams platform. And then if you were to become engaged or educated, this little badge will have a 2 or a 3 in it to show that you have gone up the levels. Hopefully that answers your question.
So Meg, we've got another question from, I think it's from Billy. So I signed up to the network and I get email notifications when something's posted on Teams. However, I can't access it on my Teams.
So you will need to sign into the Teams separately to your organization's Teams. So if I show you on mine quickly, share my screen again. That's the wrong one. So at the top here, if I click this button there, I've got, this is my ONF Teams, so the one that you're looking at now. And if I scroll down, that's my NHS email. So you'll have to log in twice. On our website, there is also a page. If on that networks drop down, there is a virtual finance network page, which I'll post in the chat now. In there, it has a kind of a walkthrough of, if you're running into any issues, how to access the platform, because some people have found it tricky in the past. So there's lots of information on through that link in the chat on how to gain access.